After nearly an hour, they all looked at me and said, you can't go on like this. I mean, menopause is a natural part of aging. I don't believe it's a disability, even though I felt like I was disabled for years. And I know there's this big conversation that it, should have its own legislation. We need something in place, which I know we're going to cover a bit later on in the show. But definitely for me, we're going to go through it whether we like it or not. If you're assigned female at birth, if you've got a womb and ovaries, you will go through menopause. But I definitely think, you don't have to put up with all the symptoms. But the problem is we're not educated at school, so we don't know anything about menopause. I'm hoping that, our next generation of women, because of us banging our drums and banging on about it, will go, that's perimenopause. But I still hear horrific things from women saying, I'm 44, absolutely flawed, and my GP's telling me to come back when I'm 51. I won't be around then. So for me, after 2 years, 4 months, Mid Hampshire Health, my GP, and by this point I'm quite big in the menopause space, and had a couple of private menopause GPs that were interested in my story, and for their research said, could they join the call? After nearly an hour, they all looked at me and said, you can't go on like this. It's not safe. Your endometrial lining is 5 times thicker than the safety guidelines. You've got to come off it. Now, at this point, I'm single. I'm living at home. I was mortified. I said, I might not be able to walk. I might not be able to sit down again. I might not be able to stand. So they were all very good, very supportive. And for the next 3 weeks, they phoned me on my landline every day to make sure I got out of bed. And I'm a success story that I'm now surviving very nicely without HRT. I don't think I'm lucky enough to know, with the research I take part in, that kind of all my hormones are pretty well depleted. I'm well aware that the remaining ones could fluctuate later on in life, but I'm pretty much, everything is depleted to a very minimal level. So I survive basically on nutrition, on exercise, which I'm sure we'll cover. But it's had, back to that menopause toolkit, is having nutrition, having that exercise. You're not going to exercise if you're in a really bad place, if you're anxious, if you don't want to leave the house. But it's empowering women with all that information, that it's having that nutrition. You need to exercise. Maybe supplements will work for you. Eating more protein, staying fuller for longer. It's educating women to understand these are the things you can do to help yourself. So there's your menopause toolkit. In it, you need every bit of information possible to help with this really debilitating, for 25% of us, time in our lives.
Follow or subscribe for more.